Right, what's going on? This is Martin, owner and trainer of Fuller Fitness, and the goal is to do. I'm doing back today, and I was going to do something else as far as working the upper back, but uh, due to me having the rack that I have, I am limited to what and how I do things, whether that's for um, I was gonna do cable lat pull downs, but this rack can't handle that, which sucks. So whether I'm doing certain back exercises, more for chest and shoulders, trying to do stuff on this rack doing chest and shoulders, I have issues, but trying to do the uh, cable lat pull downs that I was hoping to do, not able to do that on here due to the fact that I set it up wrong a little bit at the bottom. Um, and I think that's it, just the fact that I set it up wrong as far as how I put it together at the bottom, and then not wanting to take it apart just to put it back together. So, so it's I believe it's my fault that I can't do what I want to do, but you know, the goal for this week, if not the near future, is to do multiple sets of two. Gives me the opportunity and fun to play around with moving certain loads without trying to do as many reps, but doing more sets than I normally would do. Currently, it's only one more set than I currently would do, and that's if I can actually do it, especially with pull-ups. So I just did one set, and then see if I can do a second, and then if I decide to do a third. Based off of the way I'm doing things, I should, so we'll see. Especially to do wide grip, that's just harder for me to do. I don't know if that's true for everybody, but it's harder for me to do wide grip. I almost felt like I wasn't going to be able to do it at all. So that is going to be it for me doing wide grip. And go ahead and move in a little bit more. And then once I do however many sets I do here, probably at least two. Especially seeing that I don't know what my weight is, but it's heavy enough. So as I'm guessing it's at least 240, if not more. But yeah, see if I do at least two sets here, especially after doing wide grip first. So this, should feel basically easy compared to the wide grip for me. If not everyone, but definitely for me. Uh, Damn. So, I pull-ups are one of my favorites, but um, just because they're one of my favorites doesn't mean it's easy to do, or the fact or being able to do a lot of them, especially as a bigger, heavier guy. Just because a person is bigger doesn't mean they're heavier, but I am. So, so, uh, I think, let's see, I'm going on 40 this year, so I think 17 years ago, I remember doing 38 pull-ups before. I don't know how the hell I did that, but I think I did 38 pull-ups one time, maybe two times. But funny thing about me doing pull-ups 38 times, I wonder how good my form was when I did it. I don't think people were recording stuff anywhere near as much in 17 years ago compared to what everybody's doing now. So, actually, shoot, let me see. Yep, about 17 years ago, if not more than that. About 17 years ago. 38 pull-ups, so definitely can't do that now. So, I don't remember how much of a weight difference it was 17 years ago compared to now, but definitely can't do 38 now. I doubt I can. Yeah. So again, as far as doing multiple sets of two, that's just a goal that I have to do that, to make sure that with any heavy load that I lift this week and probably for the foreseeable future, to do multiple sets of two so I can move certain loads without putting in a certain amount of effort towards a certain number of reps compared to putting on a certain amount, one or two, maybe three, and being done with it. So um, that's just the goal that I have. I don't know if there's necessarily anything special about it. That's just the fun that I plan on having for a while, which I had been doing for the last 2 years, if not longer, and then started doing some other stuff. But so, depending on how many of my videos you've seen up to this point, um, if you're doing certain things and it seems to be working for you, um, do that. Don't make certain changes just because somebody said so if you don't believe it, or obviously if you can't do it. So um, do what works for you, especially if you enjoy it, and hopefully it actually works. If it doesn't work, then that's a whole different bit of craziness. Probably a whole different bit of stupidity if it's not working and you keep doing it. So second set here, and then I'm probably gonna move in closer and do 2 sets of that. That was the second set, and the interesting thing is, it seems like the second set always feels the best. So I wonder. Hopefully, if you don't mind commenting under the video, if you watch the video up to this point, if that's true for you too, to where whenever you do a second set of a certain load, if it always feels better the second time compared to the first time. It probably does, actually. It probably does feel better the second time, just to warm up just to get a feel for it the first time, and then the second time you have an idea of what it should be, and then you do it. So it probably should feel better the second time. Not to say that I've never done it before, but and then that's the thing for me. Um, Using different hand positions, using different tools. So if you've ever seen me use something called Swizzies and doing pull-ups there, so instead of with the way this is set up, if I always did pull-ups on here, I would always have to do it pronated. So with the Swizzies, I can actually do them here. I think last week I did them pronated. Oh no, last week I did a lat pull down with the bar. So 180 pounds actually. So 180 or 190, I can't remember. 180. So I did a 180-pound lat pull down with the bar last time. So man, I don't know why my nose is itching so much. Last night it was my ear. So let me see, 2 sets of that. So now I'll move it in and do put 2 pull-ups there, and that's just something I've been in love with doing. I don't even know how long I've been in love with doing that, but to be able to do pull-ups at different hand positions, it's been more than 10 years, I believe, to always do pull-ups. Lat pull down too, you know, to do it at different hand positions just to hit every angle that I can hit, and that's just something I like to do. So hopefully with the way that I have this set up, instead of using this to do the pull-ups to hit the part of the back that I want to hit, instead of using this, I'll just hopefully set it up. Let me see. Yep, so it's about the same. It's about the same. So instead of using that, I'll just use this. Especially to not have to move my head to the side so that I don't hit it. You know, so with these, I can just go up and down and be good to go. So doing those on many occasions are just about as difficult as doing wide grip pull-ups for some reason. For me, um, even though I think when I was in my 20s, I thought going inside would be less challenging, but so I don't know if things have changed, for me at least. Um, but going that far inside seems to be a challenge. So instead of doing multiple sets of 2, do multiple sets of 3. And doing real good on time, so that is awesome. With high hopes that I don't do too much talking afterwards, especially seeing that I am doing abs, but I doubt I'm going to record it. So to do your workout, and I did did rows before this with 125 pounds. In fact, if you go to the shorts area of my channel and you see the latest video, I did dumbbell rows with 125 pounds today. Same thing, multiple sets of 2. You know, my original plan was doing sets of 4, and then it's like, you know, I'm not sure how heavy I'm going to go, but whatever number I put on. And then last night I put a 125 on, and it's like, well, you know, I'm doing 125, but I think I'm going to do more sets, and I did 3 sets of 2 with 125 dumbbell rows. So, but I think that's what makes it fun. I think that's what makes it less likely for people to give up, less likely for people to not see some positive results. If you play around with the numbers in terms of how many sets, how many reps, how much time you take in between sets, and then not only for you to be playing around with the numbers every now and then, for there to be proof that it's working. So again, if you're doing stuff and it's not working, I mean, if you like doing it, go for it. But if you're doing stuff that's not working, there's no good reason to keep doing it. So that's what I love about how weird I am to constantly, compared to when I was younger, I think I would do different exercises, but I was doing, I kept my reps low. I think my sets were low. And then by the time I got to 30, it was like, wow, 30 years old, it was like, I don't understand why I'm not getting stronger. It's anywhere near as strong as I think I should be at 30, you know, and that's when I first thought about changing certain things as far as what I eat and certain exercises and, you know, just however many things I thought of at the time. And I just thought that being vegan should be one of the things that I try, vegan or vegetarian. I wasn't sure which one of those I was gonna do. But for some reason, when I looked at stuff as far as being vegan, when I looked at that and trying to remember which was which between vegan and vegetarian, I was so excited about the possibility of being vegan. So, like, well, I'm this excited about it, I might as well do that. So, and that's not to say you have to do it. I'm just saying, if you're trying to do stuff and it seems like certain things aren't working for whatever the reason, if you keep doing stuff knowing that it's not working, you know, that's just stupid. So, and then if you don't know what else to do and you keep doing the same stuff just because you don't know what else to do, I guess it's better than doing nothing, I guess. But you know, hopefully with all the opportunities people have to try to learn stuff now compared to when I was growing up, and then even more so compared to when my parents were growing up in the 60s, you know. So more of the story is that if you're alive to do so, keep trying. Not saying that's easy to do, but keep trying. So doing those inside felt better than usual. So I'm going to do something that I might have done before. So now I'm gonna kind of start all over, and I'm gonna go back outside and see if I can do one more set there, go there, do one more set there if I can, and then go back in there and do one more set if I can. So again, it's just I've probably done something like that before, but just to get a third set in because I want to at this point, especially seeing that I'm not doing actually. Instead of doing that, I think I'm going to do something else. Let me see, how am I going to do that? 25. Or, no, I don't think that's going to fit. Let me see. Oh, all right. So that won't fit. But that don't mean I can't do it. Let me see, let me see. Nothing too heavy. Let me see if I do that and uh, 35, 45. Alright, so standing lat pull downs instead with handlebars. So, alright, let me see. If I stand about here, alright, so it should be good to go. So, no bar, just use the handle and do a standing lat pull down, which I haven't done in a while, so hopefully I can do it. I only got 45 pounds on, so I should be good to go. So that proves that the fact that I don't know how long it's been since I've done that, and even at 45 pounds, that felt freaking heavy. So, so make it obvious that if you don't do certain things for a certain period of time, and I don't know how long it's been since I've done that. I might have done it at least one other time this year. I don't remember, but Man, that felt heavy. Thank goodness I didn't put on the weight that I thought about putting on. Shucks. I ought to put on the weight I thought about putting on. Shit, I might have. Shoot, that's 45 pounds. I thought about doing 60. Not with that exercise. With all the other stuff I thought about doing, maybe, but not with that one. Shit. Probably shouldn't be surprised, but for some reason I kind of am. So I am kind of surprised that that felt as heavy as it does. Again, maybe it'll feel so much better on the second set, but hot damn. I wonder how warm it is wherever you are. Uh, 70 degrees living where I live. Especially compared to where I'm from. I live about an hour away, an hour drives away from where I did live. And it seems so much cooler here compared to where I was. So, which I don't have a problem with. It's one of the reasons I'm hoping I don't move, just because of that. Just because of the fact that it's nowhere near as hot. So, even when it's 80 something degrees living where I live now, nowhere near as hot as it was where I'm from. Alright, so do another set on each arm, or at least try to. So I think I did 6 reps on each one, so I'm gonna try to do that again on each arm. All right. So, in case anybody's curious on why I put my arm on the cable this time, at least on the way down, is just to make sure, because I'm not in the basement, I'm not in a garage, so just to make it to where, just to make it so that the weights don't slam on the floor, even a little bit, to make sure there is very little, if any, damage done to the floor living where I live. And I don't have, I did, but I don't have as much stuff in here as I had. Certain things that I sold, due to not really using it, not because I didn't want to, but there's so many things I've hoped to do throughout my lifetime, and for some reason haven't been able to do it. Um, and not sure if I haven't achieved certain things, and if it's my fault or you know God's timing or whatever, one or one or more things toward why I haven't achieved certain things yet. Um, but man, just when it comes to this stuff, doing my workouts compared to some of the other stuff I've struggled with, doing this stuff, um, the enthusiasm I have to try uh, to do the workouts, to try to lift a certain load, um, to try to move certain loads at a certain speed. Not as much as I used to. Speed is not my goal as much as it was when I was young. Actually, even before I was in my mid and late 30s and going on 40, I just lost the enthusiasm. Like I'm not against it. I just don't have the enthusiasm to constantly try. I'm just more focused on moving heavier loads and then sometimes moving a certain load at a certain speed. So, man, just whatever your struggles might be, regardless of what your current age is, just to hopefully keep trying. Um, Try to figure out what to do different, what to do better if you're struggling. And then the interesting thing about anyone who's watching my videos is the fact that I'm the owner and trainer of my business. And, for those who want help, like I know I would have growing up because there was so much I didn't know. And I wasn't going to pretend that I knew more than I know. So, um, for me, I would have loved to try a personal trainer. Um, with high hopes I got stronger depending on what the trainer was trying to get me to do, especially back when I was growing up. Who knows what the heck a trainer would have tried to have you to do because of their ego compared to what they're asking you to do hopefully works. So for me, is to put programs together that work for you, not based off of my preference, but because I believe it works for you. Whatever it is, the discussion that you and I need to have in terms of what your schedule is, what your lifestyle is, what you prefer to do, what you are capable of doing, and then putting a program together. If you work out at home like I do and you have certain equipment, if you work out at the gym and have a bunch of equipment available to you, if you do body weight exercises, so depending on what it is that you got going on, what you have available to you, what you're capable of, and then putting a workout together for you to help you get what you said you want to get. So again, if you're watching a channel like this and a video like this, apparently you are interested in increasing your strength and or size. And if you are in a certain stage in your life to where you want help or need help, I will put information at the bottom so that you can send me a direct message with certain questions or comments, specifically questions, and then to possibly hire me as your online personal trainer to help you get to where you're trying to get to, especially to get you in a certain position stronger, faster, especially faster than it was for me, due to not knowing any better and just having a certain idea that I should only have to do this, but I kept doing that for quite a while um, without making many changes. So, learning what changes to make, what equipment might be best for you, how many sets, how many reps, how much time to take in between sets. And it seems like a lot, but once you get to the point to where you do it and it's actually working, it'll be worth it. And it's fun for me. I don't, my workouts don't feel like a chore when I do it. I don't get up in the morning to do my workouts and like, damn, I gotta do back today. Damn, I gotta do chest today. Damn, I gotta do legs today. Damn, I actually, with my new program, I'm doing chest and arms together. So it's like, it's never like, damn, like, I'm doing back today. Damn, I'm doing chest and arms today. Damn, I'm doing legs today. Damn, I'm doing shoulders today. Damn, I'm doing boxing today. Uh, you know, with all these different things to do each day, and then taking 2 days to not do much of anything to let my body recover, especially at almost 40. Um, so that's the thing. It's not, hopefully not doing stuff, at least for you or anybody, but for any of you that are watching this, not doing stuff based off of popularity, but doing stuff based off of what works for you. So if you are not sure what that is and you're sick of struggling, if you are struggling, but even if you're not struggling, but you still feel like there's stuff that I can help you with, again, putting information at the bottom of the video so you can send me a direct message on social media and figure out whether or not I might be a good fit to be your online personal trainer. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it inspired you at least a little bit. And if you believe that it'll help and or inspire others, hopefully you give the video a like. Hopefully you share it, and then subscribe so that you're more notified sooner compared to having to look around, but notified sooner on when the next video is posted, which will probably be soon, probably tomorrow. But just to not only help me, but to help others as well as yourself if you're actually interested. So hopefully you enjoyed it. This is Martin, owner and trainer of Fuller Fitness. Take care.